Okay, so and above is the third group of presentation, and the quick warning that we will have the prize quiz at the end of the presentation. And just a quick survey that do anyone get any problem or catch up with our presentation? No? Okay, so let's move on to welcome the second host of the day.
Hi, and let's move on to our second half of our presentation. Now, our next presentation is about endangered race, the live near the North Pole, and which is being damaged by the global warming. We hope that you can learn about their culture during our presentation and help protect them. Now, let's welcome our next group.
Hello everyone. When we talk about global warming, what do you think of? Bears, of course. And don't forget Eskimos. Today I'm going to talk about Eskimos. Now we call them Inuit. I want to talk about a special food, TBX. This consists of hundreds of dead oceans stuffed into a dead sea. And it is left to ferment under rock for around 6 months to 2 years. I'm going to introduce their code. They wear jackets like us, each was worn in such a chill weather. So they will use animals fur to make their clothes. Because their living environment is such a cold place. When they move their body, the steam that their body destroys will freeze on the cloth and eventually cause frostbite. So they will dry.
After learning Inuit diet and clothing, let me introduce their houses and transportation. First, let's talk about their housing. They are nomadic people, therefore their houses have been quick and easy to build. During the summer, they build tents out of wood or poi, covered with animal skins, mostly caribou or sealskin. During the winter, they live in igloos, mud house, and stone house. Now, let me introduce simply how igloos keep them warm. The trading of heat in three different ways: by convection, conduction, and radiation. A person inside will radiate body heat in igloos by convection, and which moves around in igloos. Snow and ice are good insulators, therefore they can protect heat runoff by conduction and can keep heat in the igloos. Next, talk about their transportation. During the summer, they build boats called kites. During the winter, they use dog sleds for transportation.
Let me introduce their music, art, and the society. Sword singing is their traditional and special singing style. When they are singing, their voice sounds like some animals song. Many Inuits' daily items were made delicately. Most of their daily items were made from their clay, such as seals and walruses. Some poles which were used to hunt were made from ivory. In Inuit society, each man has a wife. However, there is a strange tradition. The man has to let his wife sleep with those who visit their home. Inuits consider children and the wife belong to everyone, and the children here are not easy to leave. They see children as gifts. So if someone wants to adopt their children, they will agree.
In recent years, this special who live on wind resources has been threatened by global warming. When it comes to global warming, what will you associate with? Literally, it means temperature rising. However, high temperature leads to ice sheet melting, sea level rising, which might flood our hometown eventually. If this fact doesn't astonish you, it's because you don't experience it in person. Unfortunately, the Inuit are those at the forefront of global warming. With this phenomenon getting intense, accelerating the melting speed of Greenland's ice sheet, which oppressed their living space. Finally, forced to compromise with the reality, they relocated to England without choice.
Human prosperity is the main reason for global warming, which further the Inuit and so on. What's worse, this phenomenon will not be recovered. Let's talk about the effect of global warming, which can do damage to the Inuit as follows. First, marine ecology change can do damage to the food chain. Second, the land ice melts. The Inuits would rather ride the snowmobile than ride the sleigh. All the above can make the Inuits change their culture and lifestyle. The Inuits changing their lifestyle can be partly attributed to global warming. Other factors are like modernization and easy tourism to North Pole.
Thus, we can know that change in living conditions have removed Inuit lifestyle and their culture. In the traditional lifestyle, the utility consumption made igloo, so the clothing we prefer to maintain warmth and invent unique transportation tools. This invention enabled them to survive in the chilly weather. In the cultural aspect, the living strongly also shaped their music, painting, and belief. However, this culture is facing a big challenge because of climate change. Global warming shifts Inuits' living space, damage Arctic Circle food chain, and creates ecological disaster which damage their lifestyle. Now it's a high time that we took action to protect this endangered civilization.